Thank you for staying with Metropole Business Center. This is Tech Tuesday, where we discuss matters technology, and you can get following this conversation on our Facebook page at Metropole TV Kenya and YouTube as well. Now, let's move on to smart cities, where according to the United Nations Department of Economic and Social Affairs 2014 report, Africa's urban population has been growing at a very high rate from about 27% in 1950 to 40% in 2015 and projected to reach 60% by 2050. This rural-urban migration has been for various reasons such as work, diversity, and improving productivity and living standards, as exposure is very crucial for a person's growth. Today, we focus on smart cities execution in Africa and the challenges and opportunities it presents. And joining us is Dr. Lal Bhatia, Chairman Hillshore Group, all the way from Dubai. Good afternoon, Mr. Bhatia.
Good afternoon, Tabitha. Thank you for having me.
Okay, great. Now, let's begin by an understanding of who Hillshore Group is and then understand what smart cities are.
Hillshore Group is basically a consultancy firm that we deal in various projects that are related to real estate, but more specifically on sustainability of those basic projects. We've been around for a while now. And we've got offices in St. Petersburg, Russia, Italy, obviously Dubai, and Thailand.
Okay, great. Yes, now let us now understand what smart cities are. For someone who is new to this field, new to these terms, what are smart cities?
Smart city is basically, in a nutshell, a place where you have convenience of living. There are a lot of cities around where you can live there, but there's no convenience. For example, there's not a convenience to pay your power bill or your water bill. In a smart city, everything is conducted through a smartphone, and it's the ease of living, which is more there. It's more green. It's more sustainable.
Yeah.
It's less impact on the environment, and you don't go on and build it and spoil all the beauty of that particular area.
Great. We'll come later on to what. Yes. Carry on.
Yeah, that's what smart cities are according to Hillshore Group.
Okay, great. Now we'll come later to what Hillshore is doing when it comes to the smart cities. Now let's come to ambitious plans now, like the Konza Technopolis in Kenya, to Vision City in Rwanda, and Hope City in Ghana, proving the continent as a hub for smart cities. How promising is this rapid urban growth in Africa?
It goes into the concept of a smart citizen. You know, Africa has the largest number of a population between the ages of 15 and 34. Now, if you talk to that population base, they all have smartphones. So a person in Nairobi or a person in New York has similar connectivity and similar access knowledge. So if a smart citizen is there and they require a smart city, therefore Africa, I think, based on the population base, has a brilliant future. And I guess Africa has no choice but to build smart cities. So.
Yes. Okay, Mr. Bhatia. Yes, I seem to have lost you there. Hello, can you get us?
Yes. I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yes. Okay, let's proceed. And now, looking at technology use in improving operational efficiency, Mr. Bhatia, you know, technology is key and many other development reasons, but why are most smart cities failing? They are not living up to their dream. We have seen a lot of smart cities coming up. You've seen Konza. It is there, but slowly picking up. There's a lot happening in the country, but why are smart cities generally not picking up? Why are they not living up to their dream?
It comes down to two factors. The first factor is having a local partner in that local area that is strong enough to help you smoothen the road to build that smart city. And the second and the most important thing is financial buoyancy. If you're financially backed in a proper manner, what's been happening in most of these smart cities is they're dependent on the government or the taxpayer. I don't think that's the way to go and build smart cities. You have to come in with a capital base on its own and partner with different groups. For example, if somebody is building a smart city and they're building homes in that smart city, a smart home, instead of going into a partnership with the government, you go into a partnership with the people who build those homes, and they will then in turn realize a revenue model which will be more effective than trying to pay them for the home, and that's about it. So there has to be proper partners in place, and there has to be a proper convenience of a local partner who can help you complete the regulations and the laws that you need to comply with to build a smart city. And therefore these smart cities have failed.
Okay, great. Now let's come to what Hillshow is bringing to the table. What changes are you bringing on board to ensure sustainable and efficient smart cities in Africa, and especially here in Kenya? Take us through what you as Hillshow are bringing to Kenya.
I'm going to answer that in a different way. I'm going to explain to you how Hillshow Group is going to be different from the other people who have come and failed. What we are doing is we are not, Hillshow Group is coming in as an exclusive advisor and a consultant to local partners to build the smart cities that are built for the people of that local area. It's not being built with this grandiose plan where you come and build all these cities and it doesn't cater to the local population. That's number one. Number two is that we are being backed by different environmental groups that want the smart city to be sustainable, to be green, and to be effective. So rather than coming in and asking for the government to finance the smart city, we are coming in with the financiers to build the smart city. In exchange, we are asking for the land base and the land bank. That will help us complete this entire structure. So.
Yes?
Can you hear me?
I think I lost you there. There was a break in there between. Yes, but I think I understand what you're bringing in on board as a Hillshow Group to Kenya. So maybe you can take us through some of the public-private partnerships. You've mentioned government, but take us through some of the public-private partnerships that you have in place.
We have quite a few in the pipeline, but the one which I would like to speak about is the one that we just signed up with the Environment Regulation Authority of Ukraine through a local partner in Kiev, Green Z. And there we are doing a climate change study and the climate impact study. And that study would then help us assess what is lacking in the green environment of Ukraine. So that's what we've been actually working on. And there are a number that we are doing now, but I'm not at ease to speak about it at this point in time. Till we don't have the contract.
All right. So what are some of the challenges? Let's discuss the challenges that you have faced when it comes to executing smart cities in Africa, and especially here in Kenya. And also maybe you can talk about the opportunities, but first let us look at some of the challenges that you have faced.
Honestly, in Kenya and in Nairobi, we haven't faced any challenges per se. We have a good partner and a good local partner, and he helps manage all those challenges. So we per se have not faced anything. Therefore, I cannot speak about that.
So. Okay, and in what other country are you in Africa?
We are right in Africa. Kenya is our first country that we are establishing. We are speaking to a number of other countries, but Kenya is one that our focus is at this point in time.
Great. So what, when you are trying to roll out, your plan in a particular country, you definitely have to look at some of the opportunities, technology, and other resources available in that country. What triggered you about Kenya? What was picturesque or eye-picking about Kenya in the first place for you to say, we as Hillshore Group, we want to first, roll out in Kenya? Why Kenya in the first place?
Other than the natural beauty that Kenya has,
yeah.
The opportunity is with infrastructure.
And you can expound more.
Building,
yeah.
Sorry?
Yes, and you can kindly expound more.
Yeah, so when you're looking at a smart city, you're looking at an infrastructure first. You have to build the basic layer of the roads, of the sewage systems, etc., etc. But if you already go to a developed country where they already have that, you have to build around that.
Yeah.
And Nairobi, Kenya, and the places around Kenya are virgin land where we can build the infrastructure according to our specifications. So it's going to be much easier to build a smart city in Kenya, Nairobi, in places around that. So that's the opportunities that we see from that standpoint.
Okay, so help us understand the practical, rollout plan that you have in place, and what are the realistic execution timelines that you have in place?
Absolutely.
Yes.
You see, the biggest way to build a smart city is to get all your approvals. That's going to take the longest time from the government. You have to build the plans, you have to show them this is your whole structure and all those things. So that's going to take a bit of a time. So our timeline is that we start construction in 2022 and we finish the first phase in about 3 years. We complete the entire smart city in about 7 years. That's our ambitious timeline.
Okay, great.
So,
yes, and any policies that you have in place, like working with the local government and as well as the national government, Mr. Bhatia?
Yes. Therefore, we deal with a local partner. And we believe that our local partner is already interfacing with the local government and the national government to streamline the process, and that is his responsibility to see to it that all those functions are in place.
Okay, great. So I am going to throw you a question. Which, yes, I expect an answer from you. And I'll put it this way. The future is Africa, and if you are not investing in Africa, you are just not getting it right. What do you stand to benefit as an investor, and what are you taking away from us, Mr. Bhatia?
The first thing first is as an investor, you're looking at a long-term investment. In anything you do, especially in real estate, it's a long-term investment. Our focus and we are bullish on Africa because we think that Africa already has smart citizens that lack smart cities. Your population base from 15 to 34 are already very tech savvy. But what is lacking is the usage of that tech savvy individuals. So if we can trigger that, if we can attract that, plus add the beauty to it, I think we can create something that is monumental. And therefore, Hillshore Group is very, very bullish on that, because that age group between 15 and 34 want smart cities. They want ease of living, and especially post-COVID.
Okay, I think there we have it. Okay, thank you so much, Mr. Bhatia.
Thank you. Thank you, Tabitha. Thank you for having me. It's great speaking to you.
Great. All right. So that's it on Smart Cities. Watch out for this space on what Hillshire Group is doing in Kenya and Africa as well. So for now, from Smart Cities, we'll be going into cleaning services. Stay tuned because there's a lot more lined up for you.